Will it stay in play? Nope. Ooh, 1-2.
You know, we saw a lot of that.
And the Rays take a 3-0 lead. Diaz delivers on 0-2, extends his hitting streak, and extends the lead. 3-0 Rays in the fourth.
Boy, what a gift 0-2 pitch. Thank you very much.
And it started.
Oh.
And Yandy Diaz has an infield hit. Even Cruz wouldn't throw it from that far out.
I'll tell you what, Taylor Walls should have run because he got just a...
Each other 5 times. And Chapman jumps ahead. 1-1.
There's a lot for a hitter to pick up on. 102.
He did, and it's to the alley and past the diving Reynolds. Diaz into second with an RBI double as Caballero comes all the way around. It's a 4-3 game.
102 miles an hour. Then he comes with that split, and Yandy's able to go get it. That split was moving a little bit towards Yandy. That helped. And then he's able to get it out of the reach of Brian Reynolds. And here the Rays are. One more hit away from tying this baby up.
Single from tying it. As Paul Skeens faces the Rays for the first time. And Diaz hits it to the right field corner off the foul pole. 1-0 Rays. And that's how you start a Sunday. A first pitch home run for Yandy Diaz, and the Rays take the early lead.
And let me ask you this, Andy, how much was that helped by the wind? The wind is blowing from right to left, and you saw the gusts up to 24 miles per hour, just to keep it fair enough to get the Rays on the board.
Well, that's
1-0.
Did not take long. And now Josh Lowe. And I think Skeens threw that with a little aggressiveness. 100 to the top of the zone.
Well, you can't be thrilled. You know, the way that he prides himself, and he has put up great out.
First pitch of the game.
I'll tell you, he has gotten that splinker working.
And Yandy is 2 for 2 against.
And guess what? He got another one right there, and Yandy was all over it. Where a lot of hitters are swinging over the top of that pitch, Yandy was able to lower the stripe, smokes that baseball. There's the grip, there's the spin, there's the pull. Yandy beats it to its spot.
Am I right in saying that it was?
But he was impressive and lived up to all the hype that we had heard coming in.
He absolutely did. And here's Colin Holder, great hit.
He was tipping that game, I think.
Haha, look at this. In there for Yandy Diaz. That was the one he was tipping. I think he could tip, but it still might not matter.
Well, yeah, he's the hitter who's working its way to the outside part of the plate, stayed on the plate, and Yandy soft serves it into left center. In on the on-base streak, of course, Brian Reynolds, who we just saw in Pittsburgh, on the hit streak.
And he's on again. He chopped that one to the left of France and into right for a base hit. A nice job there, just chopping that one through.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Yandy's had some hits fall in for him here recently. He was courtesy of Brian Reynolds, couldn't find a fly ball in yesterday's ball game, and this little chopper right here just gets it wide of France. That was a tough little chop.
So here's Yandy, and he takes that. That's a strike. It's 1-1. Let's see if he can make it 6. And a chopper to the right side. Yes, the run will score. Here comes another man. Safe at the plate of the Rays. Take the lead 4-3. Yandy Diaz chopped it through the right side. Series scored, followed by DeLuca, and the Rays lead 4-3. Yandy Diaz comes through.
Another walk, and then Yandy pokes that ball the other way. Another chopper that he made it very difficult down there at first base to be able to handle. And watch this chop that it takes right there, trying to backhand Olay. The backhand Olay, Dwayne, is not the way you want to do it.
And the Rays now lead 4-3 with a 3-run eighth. Castillo.
Season numbers brought to you by Morgan Automotive Group.
First pitch and a long one. Down that left field line. Is it fair? That is a fair ball, and that baby's gone. Mr. First Pitch has just hit one out.
And Yandy, what's going on with their dugout?
Yeah, they want to challenge it.
Yeah, okay. Because Yandy was chirping into the Mariner dugout coming around third.
They have agreed that ball was fair and gone. And Brian Knight, the crew chief over there, a couple of exchanges with Scott Service assuring him that that ball was gone, and Service taking his word for it. Look at that.
And by the time you see it on the other side of the foul pole, it had been well past it. Here, look at, here's Yandy.
And here's Yandy swinging a good bat. He's after that first pitch.
We had Luis Castillo, about 61% fastballs.
First 23 innings in pro baseball before giving up a walk. There's a fly ball into short right, going to drop. And Zone approaching that cautiously, and that ball drops in for a base hit. And that will give him 19 consecutive games, and that will tie Jason Bartlett for the club record.
Really good.
Yandy Diaz.
You couldn't tell.
Yeah. It was great. Oh, I'm surprised.
The captain of the ship.
This pitch for Dougie.
That made me nervous.
Back.
That shot.
Has a chance, and a ground ball, foul, chopper. The ground ball, that's going to be grabbed. Nobody covering first. A race to the bag. Safe. And here comes the run in to score. Head first. Caballero across the plate. And the Rays take a 1-0 lead.
Wow.
How about that?
What was Ty France doing? You know, that was a chopper that George Kirby was clearly going to glove, and there's no one at the bag. Now, he's well off the bag. He goes for, well, he went for the ball. Kirby got it. Boy, initially he wanted to think about going to third base. Take a look where Caballero was. And he never stops. Once he goes down, Caballero, look at him turn on the jets. Boy, that is just outstanding baseball instinct from the line here on Bay Street.
After the first pitch, been up around 360, right there for that.
8 games, and that's allowed him in the 8 games to drive in 10 runs, and obviously at least one in all of them.
Rounds it back.
BI streak done.
Bounce foul.
He popped one in Minnesota too.
Now it's
air. No, he's going to hit the ball hard.
2-2. And after getting down, that's going to be ball 4. So he draws the walk.
On base streak has been extended.
There you go.
No, Dwayne. No.
Now, wait. Now they're calling him back. That was ball 3. He thought it was ball 4. Everybody on the field there for a moment seemed to concur. And Yandy said, well, if you think that's ball 4, I'm going to go to first. So it's 3-2 now. And a line drive base hit into right field. There it is. So Yandy on the 3-2 pitch has himself a base hit to extend the hitting streak. And he takes over the franchise record. A 20-game hitting streak for Yandy Diaz. Collect the baseball for him right there. And it's better that way. Better than a walk.
Yeah. And how appropriate that it's Yandy going right back up the middle.
The leadoff man against the veteran lefty. That's toward the corner and right, and will be in there. Extra bases coming. Yandy's going to go to second and stop right there, with Thomas recovering that ball toward the corner.
Now that breaking ball kind of stays off the plate, and Yandy just goes and gets it. Hey, you're going to flutter out there. I'll just cover the plate, shoot that ball down the line. And fortunately, he's able to keep it fair and out of the reach.
Burke. And rock back in the first pitch, and there it is, a base hit dropping into short right center. And Yandy, first pitch swinging, has himself a base hit.
Well, let's go to the graphic, Dwayne, because this has been a thing here with Brady Singer. As good of a year as he is, a number of outs. That's the case of him understanding play at second's going to be.
You get 3 than 2.
That's right. So, that's right. And so,
there's a 4-pitch walk to Yandy. So he'll head to first. Matchups in this Rays lineup against Lorenzen.
Will kind of turn it loose when he's got the count in his favor. Again, it's walk 5.
And so he draws the walk. 3 coming in this inning. Second time he had walked Palacios, then an out later. And he needs first pitch of this game. He takes it for a strike. Andy Fletcher calling the balls and strikes. It's an 0-1 count. And that's going to be just foul. Back a third. The game today hitting .301 against left-handed pitching. Fouls this one. And that's shot toward left center field. Langford on the run, can't get there. All the way to the wall. Tavares will make the pickup, and it's a 2-base hit for Yandy DÍaz.
What just happened right there? It looked like Wyatt Langford was tracking that ball and fell over top of it, and they turned that into a double play.
One and one.
To really kind of low ride it. Here's another.
Winner a year ago. And he gives up the walk. So Yandy's on for the second straight time.
Has been there too, and the game plan has been really good. I mean, there's just rolling a curveball to steal a strike, the changeup, and about the time you go down there, here comes the pitch that's up, or he's working at the time. I think the one good thing is for the Rays, and you hope that you're going to get into a bullpen that has not been very good.
That's a base hit shot the other way. Yandy's on for the third straight time with a double walk and now a single. He has 2 of the 3 hits the Rays have picked up.
That breaking ball just stayed up in the zone and flattened out. And so that made for easy pickings for Yandy DÍaz. It's too easy for him.
Fast. Now a strike. And that's too low.
Boy.
And he got a little piece of that one. And the count's going to go all the Rays down by 2. And a liner. That ball headed back toward the corner. That might get out of here. It's going to carry. It's gone. Home run on that 3-2 pitch. Yandy DÍaz. A 3-run shot. And the Rays grab the lead 3-2 here in the 7th.
This is a situation, Dwayne, where I think you have to question the pitch sequencing. Latz got on the changeup and stayed on the changeup, one after the other. Yandy DÍaz is too good of a hitter to just continue to pump him changeups. Our T-Mobile coverage cam, and Yandy covered that one.
And we are set to play ball. Yandy in there, goes after the first pitch, and he punches a base hit the other way. Past Nathaniel Lowe and into right field. And just like that, the Rays have a base runner.
I mean, I'll tell you what, that first pitch fastball, it's anywhere near the plate, he is going after it. especially right out of the gate, out of that leadoff spot. He knows that Eovaldi likes to pitch from ahead. He loves that fastball, and he was able to inside out as well for Carlos Rodon over his last handful of starts that they did earlier in the year.
First pitch is
2% for Pepio.
when he gets a call. A little liner, and it's going to stay over the head of Torres. You could see him trying to time his leap, and that ball just out of his reach, and there's a base hit for Yandy DÍaz.
I'll tell you, the slider for Rodon is a big pitch for him against lefties and righties. Look at Yandy stay inside that just enough and get just enough air underneath it that he's able to get that ball.
And spending some time visiting with him, Evan Longoria back.
We'll get to chit-chat and catch up. What a tremendous career. By the way,
Let him swing the bat a little bit.
hello, you know he could.
Put the thing around and became a winning franchise. He was in the it would be a great conversation.
Yeah.
You know? Single back in the first, and that led to 4 runs, and he draws the walk here. He checked in time, and that ball. There's a strike. Foul ball. We'll put it. Yandy takes that one off. Again. There goes the runner. The pitch. That open right side. And did it hit him? I think it hit him.
Yep. That hit Walls' I think the back of his left foot. How about that?
Boy, I'm going to tell you, this has been some strange things here in the opening innings of this game, and there
he is off and running, not looking, trying to get out of the way, knowing that there. Oh, they got the other one. And you can see it redirect right there.
And right in front of Vic Carapazza.
Did you see it did hit the back? Did you see the body language when Wall-hander Nestor Cortez? Season numbers brought to you by Morgan Automotive Group.
Pitch is a strike call to Yandy.
Say only 92 in today's game.
Wanted
pitch.
Yandy after this one, a high shot deep into center. Grisham will go back. He lost it, and now it's going to bounce to the wall, and into second base goes Yandy DÍaz. Grisham got all turned around out there, lost track of that. And
feet off. I'm telling you, this roof can be tough. And right there, the panic sets in.
There's no home run. Batter runner second base.
so it stands as a double.
Poor Vic. He was tasked with a really bad review there. He had got nothing to work with.
He said, well, you want to review it? We'll review it.
Well, and Cash is acting as if they saw from the dugout that it did hit something.
Yep.
And maybe you couldn't find a camera angle. Yandy right there saying it hit something.
Well,
tonight,
yes.
1 homer right there.
That's right. Took German. It was right next to the Spanish.
You took German?
And it was right next to the Spanish class, too. So
You really took German. Out to take Latin.
Oh, well, that was a bad choice.
I mean, the only...
Here's a shot. Oh, it's fair.
Wow.
That ball is a fair ball and bounces over the low wall. And Yandy has himself a double.
How do you keep that fair?
I don't know. I think Brian Walsh, the third base umpire, was wondering the same thing because he took a beat before he made that call.
Boy, he just waylaid that cutter. He got that bat through the zone lickety split, and absolutely, well, there's the hooking nature of it, but it lands in fair territory, and there you go.
Will go down as a base hit.
Lineup turns over, and this is looped the other way from Yandy DÍaz, dropping in the right. Alex Jackson reaching on the error, winds up at third. Chance for the Rays. During the break, Patricia caught up with Stephen Vogt. Our manager interview is presented.
Leadoff hitter of the inning for Tampa Bay.
Guess perhaps towards the end is DÍaz with a cue shot in the right for a base hit. Here comes Jackson around third. He will score for the second time as DÍaz slides headfirst into second with an RBI double, and Tampa Bay leads 2-0.
Did his last at bat, now it's a double. This is way inside off the plate, but because Yandy has the ability to be short. He can get right down through it. For years, people were talking about Yandy not having enough launch angle. He's so strong. He's so.
At MLB.com/HRD-pickup. This is stroked into center for a base hit to lead off the home half of the 7th by Yandy Díaz. Well, maybe
It's one of those moments in the game. Not only.
And it's just, sometimes you're kind of just you're just luck, but I think the casual fan would forget that Dan Johnson really is the reason why and and then thankful to have the kind of the tools to come through, but that happened during the game, I'll be honest with you.
There's a shot up the left side, back into the corner, and a long run for Cron after this one. Palacios going to be waved around third. The throw will not be made. He scores standing. It's a 2-base hit by Yandy Díaz, and the Rays score first, taking a 1-0 lead.
That guy can really hit, man.
Oh boy, I mean, you know what? And that's the thing. He's been hitting he always hits the ball hard. But 6 of his last 12 hits have been for extra bases. He's starting to get the ball in the air a little bit more. I mean, this one barely, but ripped down into the corner. Palacios with too much speed. I want to ask you, going back to those kind of moments, what was your thought process